Williamson is 10 times the world champion. Bax and Stupilis, they've done it again. Unbelievable. Marvin van Lukener certainly deserves the red plate. And what an incredible sport this is. Fast, high and spectacular. Unbelievable.
And alongside him, Brett Wilkinson with a left-hand chair, so he'll be dragging towards Bax's right-hand chair. They've left a respectable distance between the sidecar wheels. That's what you do. Watch the gate then. Watch the gate go. Underway they go, and a great start from the inside by Julian Veldman. Where's Bax? Is it mid-pack? Has he been gobbled up? It's Julian Veldman and Glenn Janssens into the top. Did they all get round? 18 of them. Yes, they have. Miracle upon miracles. They are round. That is absolutely amazing. Etienne Bax, he now knows that he's got to get the thing off the line if he's going to choose that parking space. Right then. Veldman already gone. Herman's already gone. Then the rest of them making their way through. Bax on the back wheel of Wilkinson and Joe Millard. And still ahead of them, it's Prunier boys looking strong as well. There they are.
Prunier boys in third place and just ahead of the number 9 of Davy Sanders and Luke Rostand, with Marco Heinz and Rudy Betchart, the first of the left-hand shares, ahead of Etienne Bax and Andre Chermak, who have now got the better of Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard, as you mentioned. Well, I'll tell you what, they're not going down without a fight. They looked up the inside into that tight right-hander. They
did. There was plenty of opportunity. They obviously thought that Bax would get tangled up with a 93 out in front. Was that 93 or 95?
That's 93.
Marco Heinzer. Marco Heinzer is ahead of Bax now. Here it is. He's got past now. He's got to get it round and in. He's done it. Yes, he's done it. He's closed the door. One place. Now he's got that nemesis again, Marco Heinzer, in front of him.
He certainly has. About half a lap ago, did make a slight mistake there, and we saw Etienne Bax and Andre Chermak just having a small discussion as to what's going on there. But I'll tell you what, this is the most vulnerable that we've seen Etienne Bax and Andre Chermak for quite some time.
Well, 5th place now for the reigning champion, the red plate holder. 5th place behind Heinzer, but now he's past him. He's tucked on the inside, that's it, up to 4th. Up to 4th for Etienne Bax. Now, has he got some momentum to get going? We're already nearly halfway through this qualifying, but then we've got a further 2 laps to go. The 82 red plate holder, Etienne Bax.
Young French pairing there, as you say, rounding out the podium positions at the moment, but Etienne Bax and Andre Chermak are all over the rear wheels of that French outfit.
WSP Zabel, big 2-stroke, with the new Husqvarna WSP of the reigning champion behind and now past. Up to 3rd place, up to 3rd place. Kilian Prunier, no disgrace there, mon ami. You have been passed by the best man in the world at the moment. Heading for the checkered flag, victorious, Veldman and Janssens. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. They are thrilled with that. Hermans it is. Number 3 then, Hermans Mousset. And 3rd place, waiting now for number 82. They had a hard fight in the first half of the race. Etienne Bax and Andre Chermak. Alongside him, Gert van Verven, but you've got to get to the top in time. You've got to get there early. Bending that left knee bent double as he gets his weight over. Watch for the gate. The gate drops, and it's a cracking start for Marvin van Luken as he dumps the clutch. Away he goes up the top of the hill. Has he made it? It looks like Daniel Willemsen, does it? Is that Willemsen? It's Willemsen. Willemsen gets the whole shot. What a supreme start for the master here. Daniel Willemsen, 1-1-1, gets the whole shot ahead of Marvin van Lukener. Van Lukener, in actual fact, in 3rd, I think.
Van Lukener
in 2nd.
In 2nd, yeah,
in
just ahead of
place.
Gert van Verven and Ben van den Bogart. Further down the order was Kurt Varick and Larry Kunas. But look at that, Daniel Willemsen in his reappearance here in the FIM World Sidecarcross Championship, not been seen since Cramelin last year, but of course he did not make an appearance in Os. Broke his tib and fib recently, and he's back with a bang.
And 1 lap completed. Willemsen in front. So let's have a look. We've got Stuart Brown is way down the order.
Oh, there's a look up the inside there from Marvin van Lukener. Marvin van Lukener looking up the inside of Daniel Willemsen on that previous corner. He's looking up the inside again. There's going to be a change of the lead. Marvin van Lukener takes up the running from Daniel Willemsen and Rodolphe Lebreton. And Daniel Willemsen and Rodolphe Lebreton down into third place now.
Got a problem. There must have been a problem there. There must have been a problem. You do not lose that many places. Somebody trailing a bit of their rip-off ribbon, I think.
Of course, a small incident in the earlier time practice for that crew, which resulted in Johnny Bidder, unfortunately, dropping down to the dirt. But no injuries and all good.
And he won't know that he's trailing 10 metres of cellophane behind him because it's come out of the reel and it's missed. So next time he goes for it, there won't be any advantage. It won't be there. No. Just a little bit to go then, round the back, up the woods, down the drop and over the top. And the checkered flag will be out for Marvin van Lukener and Robbie Bax. They're on their way, here they come. Job done. Qualifying Group B victory. That's all they wanted to do. That's what they needed to do. Where's Stuart Brown? There it is. Gert and Ben. And Stuart Brown, Josh Chamberlain. Brilliant. From 7th on lap 1 at the start, 3rd place. Well, that was then. This is now. We're live here at Loket, and you saw the 2 qualifying groups, A and B, recap there. And Julian Veldman sitting on top of the pile by virtue of winning Group A, Marvin van Lukener. This is how they line up then. This is their choice of gate position. Hermans, Verven, Van Verven will have the next stab of it. Etienne Bax made a good recovery, but he's 5th there ahead of Stuart Brown, Killian and Ivan Prunier. Daniel Willemsen, Rodolphe Lebreton. What a great ride they had. Gordiev, Stupiles, Varick and Kunas rounding up the top 10. Alongside me, Bradley Hicks.
Well, 11th down to 20th, then there they are. Heinz Betschart, Justin Kuban, Johnny Bedard, as mentioned in the qualifying there, that they had an incident yesterday, but it's all good stuff for them. Sanders, Vyers, Leffering, Van Dale, Brett Wilkinson, Joe Millard down in 17th place. Not good qualifying for the crew, currently in 3rd in the World Championship. Van der Lagema ahead of Diplik on their WSP Gas, with Adrian Petter and Nicky De Bruyne rounding out the 20.
Well, we hope to see Brett Wilkinson improve on that. Jake Brown nursing a dislocated shoulder from time practice, so what will he do? Bukal, Foden, Mulders, Ryman, Cherney, Kinge, they did well, they're in there, that's the main thing. And Vechoda from Czech Republic. Thomas and Jakub Vechoda. Behind Hoffman and Strauss. Good crowd in here today. The sun has come out and the crowd have really turned up in force, which is great news. My name's Barry Nutley, and as I said, Bradley Hicks is alongside of me. We've had 2 exciting quad races on the programme here from Loket, this fabulous circuit overlooking a magnificent valley, a scenic castle, the town of Loket named after the Elbow, which is such a tight bend in the river. That's how it got its name. And moving on from Veldman, Marvin van Lukener, Robbie Bax, number 2.
Well, thumbs up there from Marvin van Lukener, but I spoke to Robbie earlier before the races got underway, and he was saying that there's quite a lot of pain for Marvin, especially when you take into consideration the injury and through the many surgeries he has had for that left knee. Koen Hermans and Nicolas Mousset deep in conversation prior to this race getting underway. What will be interesting, however, is seeing where these guys will go on the gates. For the qualifying race, we saw Etienne Bax and Andre Chermak opt to go right in the middle of the gates, as did Marvin van Lukener and Robbie Bax in their respective qualifying race yesterday. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see what they do. There's the 1 minute board before they go to line up. It is interesting, you know, we've become so used to calling these the young guns and so on and so forth. I've got to start using the term vastly experienced, because they are vastly experienced. They started their, I'm talking about Veldman, Van Luken and Koen Hermans, those youngsters that are coming through so strongly and have been prominent for the last 4 or 5 seasons, started their career riding as young as 8 years of age, so they are already tantamount to being veterans. Incredible, isn't
Absolutely, despite the fact that the majority of all of them you just mentioned there are still in their early 20s.
Indeed. Astonishing. And but have families now, and life goes on, and it's the most wonderful thing, the family atmosphere in the Sidecar motocross paddock. The PA commentator doing his absolute nuts, as they normally do. He's aspiring to the level that you get from the French commentators trackside, who whip the crowd into a frenzy. And here in the Czech Republic, they're very supportive and very strong. Again, repeating what he did in his qualifying race, hard on the left-hand side as he looks at us. Julian Veldman and Glenn Janssens, a stone-littered start-finish straight. Alongside them, Koen Hermans. And, well, what Nicola must say, he and reunited, they are very, very strong. Marvin Van Luken are there, there's Koen Hermans, Gert van Verven. If you could weigh up all the talent in those first 4 outfits, what have you got?
Well, the scales aren't big enough. Etienne Bax and Andre Chermak there, the red plate holders, number 82. Line up alongside Stuart Brown and Josh Chamberlain. 17 times the British champion is Stuart Brown. Alongside him to his right-hand side, but on our left-hand side as we look at them, of course, is the young French pairing, Kilian and Ivan Prunier.
Mightily impressive, aren't they?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Daniel Willemsen and Rodolphe Lebreton, 10 times a world champion. Daniel Willemsen, Rodolphe Lebreton, his young French passenger. They got the Holeshot in their qualifying race, looking to repeat that in this first race
and
this weekend.
Gert Gordev with Kasper Stupilis, the very prominent 151, the distinctive colouring. Varek and Larry Kunas, Kurt Varek, the Estonian. Lots of last-minute twitching going on. Some of that is psychological, some of it is nerves, some of it is to limber up the forearms. Our start line camera having a little bit of a wobble as well down there, so the signal not quite as strong as it might be down there. Atmospherics come into play as well.
Well, we can just see just on the left-hand side there, alongside, was the number 7 of Justin Kuban and Johnny Bedard. To his left-hand side, just getting his machine started, was Davy Sanders and Luke Ross-Stang. To his right-hand side, we will find the number 75 of Tim Leffering and Kostas Beleskas. And on the far right-hand side of the gate, on the outside line, it's Stefan Vyers and Loet van der Putten, who come into this weekend 6th place in the World Championship.
Yes, and well, I can only say yes. It's quite some achievement, isn't it? And will they improve on it? Well, I don't know. This going could not be more different from the deep sand of Markelo. This is typical hard pack mountainside country with steep drops, stone-littered terrain, very hard. It does dig up in the middle where it's been repeatedly graded. The sides are hard. The sides don't break up at all, but of course the sides become litter, particularly in the bends, with the loose stuff that gets pushed out. So it's not wise to go there unless you're in a straight line. There is a straight line down by the ropes on either side on the straight bits, such as they are, but there aren't that many long straights here anyway. I hope I made all that reasonably comprehensible. But
yeah, it sounded okay to me. Go straight.
Go straight, but stay off the loose stuff in the bends.
Brett Wilkinson and Joe Miller, their 17th gate pick. However, they are on the second row on the left-hand side of the gate. So whether that will be beneficial or advantageous for them, only time will tell.
They'll get filled in with stones, that's for sure.
And that is not what you want.
There you can see the red and the yellow helmets of Etienne Bax and Andre Chermak alongside Gert van Verven, Ben van der Bogart, then it's Koen Hermans, Nicola Musset, Marvin van Lukener and Robbie Bax alongside Julian Veldman. He and Glenn Janssens really, really quick. I've changed from the CPD chassis back to a WSP and have handed the old bike, the last year's bike, and indeed the year before, handed it down to his younger brother Sam. Actually preferred the CPD chassis, but was unable to get a satisfactory quality on the build of a new one due to the factory changing ownership. The green flag moving away then. last-minute nerves, last-minute twitching. Marvin van Lukener looks to the heavens as is his customary pre-start ritual. Thinking of his late father at this time, as always. Watch for the gate then. Creeping forward, down goes the gate, and away they go, and it's a cracker by Van Lukener. Van Lukener it is who's got his nose in front, but sweeping round from the outside, is that Daniel Willemsen again? It looks like Daniel Willemsen. What a cracking start. He's done it again. The old master, the old warhorse. Daniel Willemsen, Rodolphe Le Breton, the 1-1-1. Everyone safely through. That in itself is an achievement. Daniel Willemsen, can he get the thing off the line or what? Etienne Bax, Andre Chermak going with him. So Veldman and Van Lukener. Veldman got bogged down a little bit. Let's have a look going through.